What are you doing?
Battling the ropes, bro. Just battling these ropes.
What's up, guys? Jeff Cavalier, ATHLEAN-X.com. That is not a battle rope. Jesse was certainly not going to battle with the ropes, but this is going to battle with the ropes. If you're going to use these things, guys, then you're going to want to make sure that you're increasing the effort that you use them with. It's not enough to use the latest fad when you're trying to do cardio and get a conditioning effect. You want to make sure you're doing it right. And if you don't trust me, check out The Rock over here too. He knows how to use battle ropes. Guys, today I want to cover for you not just this, but 4 other more popular ways that people use cardio to try to get themselves in shape and lose weight. However, it's not that these things are bad, but it's how we're doing them that's rendering them pretty much useless. We're going to fix that all today one by one. Okay, so if we're going to start fixing problems, let's start with the big one, and that is this right here. And I'm not talking about the fact that Jesse is actually texting while riding the bike, or the fact that he can slump over here like a hunchback as he's walking on the treadmill. Because frankly, we see this in every gym, and it's happening right now, I guarantee you, in some gym across the world. But what irritates me and why I consider machine-based cardio a dumb form of cardio is that it actually allows you to get away with this. At what point could you actually walk around like this without a machine holding you up and get away with it for very long? You couldn't. And you couldn't walk up a set of stairs and ever confuse it with how it would feel if you were on a stair climber. The fact is, guys, machine-based cardio will never replicate what it actually feels like when your body is out in space doing these activities for itself. And we need to train ourselves to be more athletic. That's what this channel is all about, and that's what I want you to start doing more of.
What, bro? I'm running. I'm off the machine, so do what you told me.
Okay, so yes, Jesse might be outside, and he's jogging. However, I like to say that jogging is the redheaded stepchild of locomotion. We have walking and we have sprinting, and jogging is kind of stuck right in the middle. And the fact is, we know that there are some benefits to each. However, jogging seems to kind of reap the worst of all of them. Now we know, look, if somebody's overweight especially, it's not a good idea for them to get out and start sprinting at a high impact because of the amount of weight that they have to carry. So walking would be a great option for them. However, we know if we can sprint, we can get all the benefits of a high intensity exercise and keep the duration short, so that while there might be higher impact on your joints here, the duration is short, so we can minimize that. Well, that's not what's happening here with jogging. Jogging actually provides the same amount of impact pretty much as a sprint does for the durations that you would for a walk. So you're really getting the worst of all worlds here. If you're going to do one or the other, identify whether or not you need to slow it down and go for a little bit longer time to assist in your conditioning, or try to ramp it up if you're an athlete and you're looking for a high intensity exercise by opting right for the sprinting. Wait a second. What are we doing here? This is supposed to be cardio. It's a good deadlift though. But what's he, what? Oh my God. Okay, I see, now I get it. Okay, I get it. This is not an effective form of conditioning. It's a popular form of conditioning right now, but this is what we call poorly formed HIIT training. Now, if you're going to try and do HIIT training, you're not going to want to try to mix your exercises where your benefits are optimal strength and conditioning, because one of them is going to suffer. And likely, not just that, but your own body is going to suffer as well when you try to start maxing out your deadlifts in between rounds of conditioning and jump overs and things like that. Guys, remember, be singularly focused. If you're trying to train for strength, train for strength. If you're trying to train for conditioning and a cardiovascular benefit, then do that. But don't try to mix the two, because it becomes just stupid in the long run. Now, last but not least is a really popular way to train for fat loss and conditioning and get your cardio in, and that is Tabata. Now, what you see Jesse doing here is pretty much what you see a lot of people do. A Tabata, for those that aren't really familiar with it, is a 20-second on, 10-second off interval of doing an exercise, and it can be any exercise. But in this case, Jesse's doing jump rope. Now, my first gripe with Tabata is I actually love the protocol if it's done as it was originally programmed. When Tabata developed this protocol, he was using it with his Olympic athletes to do high intensity, maximum intensity efforts for 20 seconds. That meant 100%, pretty much as close as they could get to maximum heart rate for 20 full seconds. Now, how do we bastardize that and how do we screw it up? Because we never do that. We apply Tabata, meaning it's just the 20 on, 10 off sequence. So we take 20 seconds, but we take about 5 seconds to ramp up to whatever activity we're doing, and we take about 5 seconds to ramp down. So we wind up only doing about 10 seconds of any type of effort. Now, if you choose the wrong exercise, I'd say that jump rope would qualify as one of those bad exercises because you never get going right off the bat at your peak effort. It usually takes a little time to get going. So properly using the right exercises to either get you going at the top effort right away, or even better, if you want to improve this, opt for a 30-second on, 10-second off interval, and you'll accommodate the fact that you are ramping up and cooling down so you'll get the maximum benefits of all 20 seconds of activity. Like my mom always used to tell me, it's not what you said, Jeff, it's how you said it. In this case here, it may not be necessarily the forms of cardio you're using, but if you're doing them like everybody else is, you may look stupid doing it, and more importantly, you're not going to get anything out of it, and I don't want that to happen to you. Guys, this channel is all about putting the science back in strength, just like all of our programs are. And if you haven't already, head over to ATHLEAN-X.com and use one of them, and I promise you will get the best results you ever have by actually putting science behind what you do. If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel and click the bell notification to make sure you never miss one of our videos. And of course, you can always catch one of our latest videos right here. All right, guys, I'll see you again soon.